Hi, my name is Emily Bankelman, and I'm going to be giving a presentation on civilian police boards overseeing police departments. So just a sneak peek, a civilian oversight board is a group of people who are a group of civilians who meet together and dedicate their time to improving police departments and police officer conduct. These oversight groups help to improve police work in the community and make sure police officers are held accountable. So the beginning, the Assembly of Police Oversight Boards began in 1920. The demand really began during the 1950s as a result of the civil rights movement. During the increase of police oversight boards in the 1950s, the community had a perception that law enforcement was responding to racial unrest with excessive excessive force. 80% of the largest city had a form of civilian oversight. However, only a small fraction of cities all around the country were represented with civilian oversight boards. There was another rapid increase in 1991, and this was due to the Rodney King beating videotape being released. This brought community members back to the idea that police were using excessive force. And as of 2016, there were approximately 144 oversight boards. So what is a civilian oversight board? It's a group of civilians who dedicate their time to reviewing and improving police officer conduct. It benefits not only the community member making the complaint, but it benefits the community as a whole. It's really a place for civilians to come and voice their opinions, give police department feedback, just give them a place to let people know how they feel. It helps improve communities' relationships to police departments. It builds trust. Not only does it help the community, but it does help police procedures, policies that the police department might have. It'll let them sit down and take a look at what doesn't work and what works. These oversight boards are usually established after an incident of police misconduct so that community members can sit down and look at why this happened and why it didn't work. So moving to community, civilian oversight boards help to create a strong relationship with police departments. These agencies have a goal of keeping the community safe and just building a super strong relationship between community and law enforcement. The stronger the trust is between the civilians and the police officers, community members will feel safer to reach out about what they think is wrong, and it also gives law enforcement more feedback the more comfortable that the community is to be able to voice their opinions. These agencies really give the community a place to be heard. It helps to reassure the community that discipline is being imposed when necessary, knowing that the people that are keeping them safe are also being held responsible for their actions. The next slide is NACOLE, which stands for the National Association for Civilian Oversight of Law Enforcement. It's a nonprofit organization that works to enhance accountability and transparency in policing, as well as building community trust with law enforcement through civilian oversight. They were established in 1995 as a resource to community members who wanted to create an agency or board in their city. This organization is it's held together by a board of elected directors. And what's interesting is that each elected director is from a different city, which this is a huge advantage for anyone in civilian oversight because it just gives them the opportunity to compare different police departments from different cities to see what policies this city might have compared to another city. So they can really just compare and contrast on the policies and procedures to make sure that the community is getting the safest patrol, the safest police departments that they can possibly have. So for civilian police oversight boards, there are different types of programs or models that the oversight boards can follow. The first one is investigation focused. These agencies operate by investigating reports of misconduct of police officers in their jurisdiction. So this program type heavily involves the community within that specific location, and operations of the investigation are completely transparent and improves community trust. It improves community trust with civilian oversight boards, as well as trusting their police departments more. The next is review focused. These program types have oversight boards focused on reviewing the quality of internal investigations and procedures of police departments. This model takes community complaints, it will review the police department's procedures, and then brings complaints to a high-level police director. The next one is auditor or monitor focus. The goal of this program type is to monitor the internal complaint investigations process, conduct evaluations of police training and codes of conduct, and to ensure the effective public reporting. This program type is extremely effective because it tackles the roots of what might cause poor police officer conduct. So this one attacks the procedures to later prevent poor officer conduct. So this video is from a news station in Tennessee, and it really just shows how civilian oversight boards work. It talks about how this civilian oversight board started completing their own investigations onto an incident of police misconduct. So for civilian police oversight boards, there are different types of programs or models that the oversight boards can follow. The first one is investigation focused. These agencies operate by investigating reports of misconduct of police officers in their jurisdiction. So this program type heavily involves the community within that specific location, and operations of the investigation are completely transparent and improves community trust. It improves community trust with civilian oversight boards, as well as trusting their police departments more. The next is review focused. These program types have oversight boards focused on reviewing the quality of internal investigations and procedures of police departments. This model takes community complaints, it will review the police department's procedures, and then brings complaints to a high-level police director. The next one is auditor or monitor focus. The goal of this program type is to monitor the internal complaint investigations process, conduct evaluations of police training and codes of conduct, and to ensure the effective public reporting. This program type is extremely effective because it tackles the roots of what might cause poor police officer conduct. So this one attacks the procedures to later prevent poor officer conduct.
It was a Metro police stop caught on camera that has top brass, quote, very concerned. And now Nashville's newly installed Community Oversight Board is looking into this video showing a woman getting thrown into cars by a Metro police officer. Tonight was the first meeting of some of the board members since that incident.
And News Channel 5's Jason Lamb joins us tonight. Jason, they already have their own investigators on this.
That's right, working through even though the board's own policies and agreements haven't even been fully finalized yet.
I sent out a request for...
A committee of the Community Oversight Board met today to iron out some of its rules and agreements with Metro Police. All the while, it's investigating last week's video taken from the Z-Mart on Dickerson Pike, showing this interaction between Metro Police Officer Barrett Teague and Adriana Ensley, a video that Metro Police say they've seen and that they're, quote, very concerned with.
Well, we've gone to the Z-Mart. We've talked to the employees that worked at the Z-Mart. We located the young lady that was involved.
The director of the Community Oversight Board says its investigators will be speaking with Ensley in the next couple of days. They say they hope to finish each investigation it may undertake going forward within 60 days, but they admit there could be delays in some cases, like waiting for evidence processing or other holdups.
There may be a criminal investigation that's being looked at that may require us to suspend our investigation.
And the director of the Community Oversight Board says the state's new law limiting their own subpoena power may have implications for future investigations, potentially compromising evidence like surveillance video.
Of course. Some evidence is very timely that you receive that evidence. A lot of businesses tape over recordings within 24 hours.
A look at what's to come from the board looking over Metro Police.
So that was just a quick video. We do actually have a local community oversight board here in Buffalo. On the Buffalo website, it's under Commission on Citizens' Rights and Community Relations. They have their own board of directors. They hold regular meetings in City Hall. Their phone number is 716-851-8000, or you can call 311, which is the call and response center, and there's an email. And those are my sources.